VCW Wrestling begins with the following contest scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, hailing from Slick Street, USA, weighing at 229 pounds, Too Slick, Ryan Zukko.
The Liberty Lottery is in the rear view mirror, and now we move forward. VCW coming to you from the Kroc Center in Norfolk, Virginia, the back half of 2025 as wrestlers look to reset and end this calendar year strong. My name is Jason Heat. I will be your host alongside Brandon Metheny. The Liberty Lottery, our biggest event of the year. And now we look at a night full of debuts here.
Introducing his opponent, hailing from Richmond, Virginia, weighing at 197 pounds, Myron Malone!
Ryan Zukko, one of many wrestlers making their debut here tonight, going up against a fan favorite. A man who is looking more than almost anyone else on the roster. I think I'm catching strays. Thanks to Ryan Zukko, gonna try and remain impartial. As the center of attention, Myron Malone makes his way for our opening contest. Myron Malone spent 2025 chasing the Liberty title, but to no avail. And now, so long as Commander King is that champion, Myron Malone is legally not allowed to challenge for that championship. And Ryan Zukko immediately shooting daggers at my commentary partner. Did you do something to upset the young man, Mr. Metheny?
Not that I'm aware of, but I sure don't want to upset him. He's a bit of a ruffian, as they say. Makes me a little nervous. But I mean, to your point, Jason, Myron Malone put it all on the line and came up short. He can't challenge Commander King for the Liberty title ever again, and has to figure out where does he go from here.
Well, heartbreaking loss for Myron Malone in the Liberty Lottery, coming in second place to Papadon. So, more than anyone else in the roster, Myron is looking for tonight to rebound, reset, and end the year with a change of fortunes. But he is going up against a bad boy from the wrong side of the tracks.
And a newcomer here in VCW. Not a lot of tape on him, especially if you're just looking in this area. So Myron Malone, fighting a bit of an unknown here in Ryan Zukko, who has been very impressive in his work up and down the East Coast.
Zukko bragging that earlier today he kicked a few nerds into the sand at Virginia Beach just before getting here.
Well, that's the sort of thing, some people will go for a run, some people will meditate. That's how Ryan Zukko gets ready for his matches, is kicking nerds into the sand.
Hard right to the jaw of Myron Malone.
And you can see Malone's legs just collapse under him there, just hitting that nerve and taking him down.
And another strong strike by the bruiser, Ryan Zukko, too, for the man from Slick Street, USA.
Hey, Zukko's offense is not pretty, but boy, Jason, it is effective. It is putting Myron Malone in a bad way right now, and Zukko firmly in control of this match.
Big back body drop as the man from Slick Street drove his Beamer down the highway here, cruising for a bruising, but he wants to be the one doing the bruising.
And right now he is letting the fans know just who Ryan Zukko is, and you know what? So I hear some of our fans chanting how stupid he looks, but he's winning. It's effective. Myron Malone, though, impressive comeback here.
Now covered by Myron Malone, a quick 2 count, because he can change his fortunes in an instant. Myron Malone has really taken VCW, especially the fan base, by storm over the last year. He is missing just one signature victory to cement himself, particularly as a single star, as Myron Malone returning a back body drop, a former tag team champion here in VCW alongside Alex Devine, who's also returning today.
Absolutely, it's a night of big returns and debuts here at VCW. And to your point, Jason, Myron Malone has earned his way into the love of the fans here. Started in the tag ranks, worked his way up as a singles competitor, and is now a huge fan favorite here in VCW. And it is that quickness, that athleticism that gives him the chance to win any match he's in.
And now Myron Malone pressing the advantage, but walks right into another strong strike.
Yeah, perhaps waited slightly too long out there to get out there, but return. Oof, a rough shot. Exchanging
heavy hands. Neither man can win on the outside. They're gonna have to try and take this back into the ring if they want to get the victory. You know, win, lose, or draw, Myron Malone is going, when we make our debut in Fredericksburg, Virginia in 2 weeks, he wants to go in with momentum.
Yeah, I mean, Nikita is someone he has fought with over and over again, and a win that matters a lot to Myron Malone, but he wants to go in here.
Cover here right now.
But yes, that event on October 18th, an incredible event at Strange Ways Brewing, but Myron Malone very smartly not looking past Ryan Zukko here.
Looking to find the spotlight and take flight is the center of attention. Myron Malone, but instead, Malone finds less desirable circumstances.
Yeah, discomfort, I would say, on the top rope. I'm not sure if Zukko did that on purpose or just stumbled in the ropes, but it was very effective. Beautiful neck breaker there. Malone in a world of trouble.
And now it's Zukko with the cover, too, as well. Very evenly matched. Both men have trained together in the same facility. They come from the same dojo up in Maryland.
Yeah, I feel like we haven't really seen either man sort of throw their biggest bombs yet. We haven't seen that. It's been a very pacey match. Both men, as you said, going back and forth, really very evenly matched. Zukko with the upper end right now, but we've seen this change several times in this match.
Ryan Zukko.
He's smartly going after that lower leg.
Yeah, very loud mouth on this young man, but he is backing it up in action as well right now.
And really stressing those tendons and ligaments in the joints of Myron Malone. It's not that we know anything about that, but those big strikes will do that and make it harder for Malone to do what he does best, which is fly around the ring.
Shining the chucks up just a little bit, getting those sneakers polished right before, I assume, well, instead, all that pomp, very little circumstance as Ryan Zukko going for the chin lock. Simple but effective offense from this throwback wrestler.
And someone who's just trying to show how dominant he is right now by having all of that momentum and going to a chin lock. Perhaps a little too much time, giving Myron a chance to recover. Although, again, straight punch is very, very effective. It's not pretty, but it gets the job done.
Like slick lightning coming down from the sky. It seems like Ryan Zukko can find his light as well. Cover. And a 2 count there, and perhaps maybe not as much pressure on the body as would be advisable there. That looks more like showing off than trying to get a win.
Yeah, certainly a bit of a cocky cover there. Not something that gets a win. And if you're Ryan Zukko, you'd want to get the win in this, your first match in VCW. I think that the time is now.
Well, this was a decoy. Ryan Zukko used the shirt as a lure in order to be able to use the wrist tape to choke Myron Malone. It is dirty pool, but it's great strategy if you can get away with it.
Absolutely, Zukko very smartly with it. For someone so early in his career to have that much ring presence, very, very impressive. But now being distracted by the fans, he really should go for the cover here and try to win this match.
Ryan Zukko has wrestled very wisely, though perhaps the Achilles heel is his need for approval from the fan base here, though of course Myron Malone, also a man who likes the spotlight, so in that way both men maybe mirror images of each other. Great balance there.
Wow. Not what I expect from Ryan Zukko, but very impressive. Incredible combination of maneuvers there.
And Zukko clearly hitting a different gear, not going on automatic, driving this manual.
I mean, this is not what I expect from Ryan Zukko, but he is impressing, maybe preening a little too much here.
Confounding expectations, showing that he can turn up the speed. But Ryan Zukko
lost his balance a little there. Myron Malone going up there trying to take advantage.
Myron Malone saw exactly what happened, ran to the top, but Zukko Continuing, oh, okay. Zukko deciding that discretion is the better part of valor. Perhaps the second rope is high enough. Drop kick right to the chest by Myron Malone.
It was enough to knock Zukko off balance, get him back in the ring, but Myron just, whatever he did to that knee, doesn't have it right now to get that full height that he normally does.
Right now, Zukko just knocking Malone silly center of the ring. We could be looking at an upset very shortly, as Ryan Zukko has systematically been breaking down Myron Malone from the top bell.
Malone trying to counter, successfully does, over with the suplex, and Zukko collapses to the mat. Neither man really in a great position right now.
This is the opportunity that Myron Malone has needed.
If Malone gets to his feet here, he can really press his advantage.
Malone has taken a lot of punishment. Can he turn things around right now?
Beautiful back elbow there, and another.
And this is why, at his best, Myron Malone is the sauce savant, the Gucci grappler, the glitter drizzle, the Riz Riot, the hype supreme, the wrestler we know as Myron Malone.
That, whatever you want to call him, Jason, he needs to get on.
You can call him a lot of things.
I'll call him many things, including one of the best young wrestlers here at VCW, but he needs to take care of business with Ryan Zukko here.
Zukko continuing to catch, but instead it is Myron Malone, complete shot, looking to shoot the half right now. At the last moment, Zukko got that shoulder. Zukko was dead weight there for a moment.
I did not even see Zukko moving. I thought that was going to be the end of the match. I really thought that was going to be it for Myron Malone. Zukko showing impressive resilience here in his first match at VCW.
Malone's got to try and go in for the kill, got to try and put this away.
I know he's drawing off the crowd, but he needs to really go for the kill, press the advantage, make it happen.
For the first time, Ryan Zukko looks out on his feet, catches, going for a quick roll-up, a change of strategy, and grabbing the tights.
Myron Malone able to kick out of it. Now Malone going for the roll-up.
Malone not grabbing the tights, showing a little bit of extra honor, but here, another flash pin there. Both men quickly trying to establish their victory.
And now with the rear waist lock there, Zukko smartly grabbing onto that top rope, and then a back elbow to the chin of Myron Malone, taking Malone down to his hands and knees.
There's a grittiness to Ryan Zukko that comes from that caught right in the chin.
Jason, the grittiest may be his teeth now. I think he's just got kicked out of his head. Holy cow!
Blackout by Myron Malone, looking to put the lights out on Ryan Zukko.
Here is your winner, Myron Malone.
Being the center of attention means knowing when to turn the spotlight off. That was the blackout by Myron Malone, who gets a big victory.
And let's all talk, Jason, about the guided missile that was that super kick into Ryan Zukko in midair, taking him out. The blackout was the icing on the cake.
What a rebound for Myron Malone, putting the loss and the heartbreak of 2025 in the rear view. The future is bright for the spotlight.
VCW Wrestling continues with the following contest, scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, hailing from Santa Clara, Argentina, weighing in at 182 pounds, the Blood Raven, Nikita.
His arch nemesis, Myron Malone, just scored a huge victory over Ryan Zukko, and now Nikita has the opportunity to match his enemy. Similarly taking on a debuting wrestler here tonight, October 18th in Fredericksburg, Virginia, we make our debut. But the Blood Raven cannot afford to look past the tough-as-nails competitor he will be facing off against tonight. He has a near obsession with Myron Malone, but he will have to focus.
Introducing his opponent, hailing from the 4-6's Ranch and weighing in at 230 pounds, he is the last real cowboy, Ranch Hand Carlson!
On a night of debuts, one of the ones I'm most looking forward to, a highly decorated wrestler from the state of Delaware, multi-time champion in his home state, Ranch Hand Carlson, the last real cowboy, most recently seen competing as part of the National Wrestling Alliance. The Mid-Atlantic Mauler has made his way to VCW, cowbell in hand. This man's got a big mouth, hard hands, and a hot temper.
Yeah, 2 matches in, Jason, 2 newcomers here to VCW. You never know who's gonna show up here in the premier wrestling company in the Commonwealth of Virginia. Ranch Hand Carlson here to make a big impression against one of the mainstays here, Nikita. Should be a phenomenal match.
Constantly on the lookout for new talent, best in the country, best in the region. The Ranch Hand, all smiles right now, but when that bell rings, this man hits hard.
Yeah, there's no question he can back up every word he is saying right now. I would not mess with Carlson.
Very noticeable that tonight Nikita is without his ever-present bat, Gloria, the equalizer. That is in part because that bat, Nikita believes, may have cost him in a previous match against Myron Malone.
It's like a knockoff Harley Quinn. It's not beautiful.
I mean, it's easy for something like that to turn into a crutch. And it's very important for Nikita to prove he can win on his own merit, at least for his own mental well-being.
Well, right now, the battle is one of words, and they are trying to fight for the heart of this crowd. And even though he is making his debut, Carlson was winning the election, so to say, so Nikita decided to turn this back into a fight.
Well, you know, that's what you get for turning your back on someone like Nikita. He's going to take advantage. But just that fast Carlson with the beautiful back elbow and another one showing that power that he's got.
Unexpected speed for a man his size, big and thick but explosive, going for a quick win, but Nikita quickly rolling out of the ring.
Hey, Carlson is not paid by the hour, going for a quick win there. Nikita, I'm trying to figure out what that truck was that just hit him, I think.
The Demon in red trying clearly to bait Carlson into a trap and successfully does so.
We are in some dangerous territory here, partner.
The Blood Raven is not aware that the last real cowboy is ready to feed him a knuckle sandwich.
And a plate of chops to go with it. Holy cow, those are some hard hits.
An immersive experience right now as our fans getting in on the action. Got to give the assist to the front row and Carlson breaking the count.
Yeah, if you come to a VCW event, you might catch some sweat from Nikita when it gets chopped off his chest.
Clubbing blows by the White Buffalo.
Carlson firmly in control here.
Nikita has been trying to play the mind game against Carlson, but Carlson looks like he actually has Nikita rocking and reeling, both physically and mentally.
Yeah, Carlson completely outsmarting Nikita there.
Loading up that big elbow, but Nikita a little too wise.
But a little too cocky.
A little too proud. Carlson there, lateral press, grabs the leg. Nikita was able to roll up. A vicious competitor in his own right. Nikita feels that maybe he has relied on that bat as a crutch, and now seeing if he can win his matches without it.
I might be wishing he had it right now, Jason, because Carlson is taking it to him.
Low lariat, lovely catching of the leg, only 2, but fantastic job hooking the ankle with his arm into that cover.
Incredibly impressive, very smart ring generalship there, showing he's more than just a heavy hitter, but really a smart competitor in that ring.
The Blood Raven has no fear of putting his own body on the line, hitting Carlson with that headbutt.
And now going for these rolling suplexes here.
Almost mocking the crowd with his homage. Fairly certain the VCW faithful don't consider Nikita worthy of channeling the late great Eddie Guerrero, and now it's Carlson who may be looking to introduce Nikita to 3 friends of his own.
Very possibly, there's 2, and now Carlson going for a third with a much more positive reaction from the crowd here.
We call that 3 drinking buddies.
That sounds good to me. I'm sure Carlson would agree with that.
The Mid-Atlantic Mauler crawling over, but Nikita able to get out. There was a little bit of daylight in that cover, and that's the thing about Carlson. You see that he is going hard and fast. Shock and awe offense may not necessarily be able to go as deep in the water as Nikita will cardio.
No, I think that Carlson, I mentioned earlier, is getting paid by the hour. I think that's actually vitally important for him. I think he needs to win this match fast, or he's going to start having problems. This could help. The beautiful catch there.
Caught the Blood Raven out of the sky. Much tighter cover here, but still Nikita wriggles free and again rolls out of the ring trying to cut the momentum off.
And Carlson staying in the ring, probably making a smart move here, actually.
Cowboy looking to wrangle up a victory here in his debut. Nikita clutching his head, wondering if he's gotten rocked.
It'd be hard to believe he hasn't been all the shots he's been taking. Not the kind of shots Carlson likes, the negative kind.
Nikita straps her off.
Oh, a shot to the inner thigh, perhaps, with that middle rope.
No, I'm pretty sure that was all the Huevos, and they're now scrambled.
Hang on. That is not yours, sir. That is not a legal weapon in this match.
You do not tug on Superman's cape. You don't take a cowboy's cowbell.
Referee Ron Mills taking care of
But it was
business.
a feint, it seems like, because the ring bell right to the jaw, and our referee was distracted.
And Carlson, I think he's just out cold.
That
He didn't see any of it.
Bat or no bat, the equalizer was found. And Carlson's skull right into the apron.
Here is your winner, Nikita.
The bell may have rung 3 times to signify Nikita's victory, but that wasn't the first time it was rung in this match, because it was rung across Carlson's own bell. He just got plastered in the dome by Nikita.
A very, very impressive showing by Carlson. A great debut here, but Nikita showing a willingness to bend the rules, to clock him with the bell, hit the stomp on the outside, and get the win.
The following contest is scheduled for 1 fall and is for the VCW Tag Team Championship. Introducing first the challengers, hailing from the Kingdom, weighing in at a combined 400 pounds of sexiness. He has the keys, that's why keys, and the love machine chulo. They are sexy and blessed.
Tag team titles on the line here. VCW in Norfolk, Virginia. I am Jason Heat, joined by Brandon Metheny. Sexy and Blessed are no strangers to the tag team champions. They faced Nice and Smooth in an 8-man tag in Nice and Smooth's debut. Since then, Nice and Smooth have gone on to become the tag team champions.
He has the keys, that's why keys, and the love machine chulo. They are sexy and blessed.
Clearly, Y Keys felt that Brandon Metheny didn't get enough Y's in. And Chulo Montana has notes for me as well.
Introducing their opponent.
critic. The tag team champions making their way with light speed. Smooth Tom Mitchell. Too Nice Trace Parker. Together, they are nice and smooth, going up against Sexy and Blessed. Not only is this a tag team match, it's a battle of the ampersands. Nice and Smooth debuted with a victory over then tag team champions, the Delinquents, as well as this team, Sexy and Blessed. Since then, they have had a rocket strapped to their back, defeating the Delinquents to become the tag team champions at the Liberty Lottery. And there's a lot of resentment on the part of the entire tag team roster, but particularly Sexy and Blessed for feeling like, in their minds, Nice and Smooth unfairly leapfrogged them. Forget that Nice and Smooth earned every opportunity they've had. They have enjoyed a meteoric rise to the top of this division that has placed a target squarely on their backs.
I mean, it's like watching a Roman candle. They have just been these incredibly fast-rising newcomers here in VCW. It's incredible to see. Nice and Smooth have earned everything, but it's also worth pointing out, Sexy and Blessed with a very impressive showing in the Liberty Lottery. I'm not going to say they're right to say that they were done badly by management, but they've earned this tag match.
We're starting off with Too Nice Trace Parker, your grandma's favorite wrestler, for Nice and Smooth, and the Love Machine, Chulo Montana. On behalf of Sexy and Blessed, he would be the Sexy of Sexy and Blessed.
Oh, okay, it's good to know. I feel like they both would insist they're sexy and blessed.
Hip gyrations early on for the Love Machine, who is not only trying to win a title, but often looking to audition for all the ladies in the area. He is a man with many ports.
Well, of course, I mean, look, this match can serve many purposes for him, but
Tag made.
Very smart tag team wrestling there.
Great cohesion between Nice and Smooth. Doesn't even need to look. Trace Parker knows exactly where his partner's gonna be.
That is a Matthew Stafford-esque no-look pass in that situation. Beautiful move, and Chulo going to the outside.
Tag in to Y Keys. Now another tag for Trace Parker.
Very smart tag team wrestling, and a little giving Chulo of his own medicine there.
Just a couple of nice young boys, Nice and Smooth with the tag team offense. Piggyback as an offensive maneuver. What will they think of next?
And showing why they are the tag team champions.
First cover there, only one, very early. That's more taking the temperature of your opponent than really feeling that you can get the victory. But it's important to see how much damage has been done.
Absolutely. I mean, there's nothing wrong going for that cover. It doesn't cost you anything, and it can give you some good information. The most important thing is just staying in control of the match. Excellent wrist control here by Trace Parker.
Trace Parker and Tom Mitchell, both phenomenal tacticians. And now Trace Parker counters, tag in yet again. And now we're going to see the two taller, more rangy athletes on their respective team, Mitchell and Y Keys.
I agree with that, Jason. Let's be honest, these are four phenomenal athletes in this match. All four of them. And a tag back into Chulo. Y Keys thinking the better of being in there, and very quickly Chulo getting the upper hand.
The heartthrob himbo Chulo Montana. Probably the biggest brawler in this match.
And lovely tag team offense there, high and low. We got new champions right here.
Y Keys saying that's why, but also only one for Y Keys. Both Keys very far away from taking a fall.
You know, Jason, I feel like since these two teams have really been circling each other for some time, those kickouts at one are really important to them. To that, it's a way of showing, no, we are still better than you are. And I think it goes both ways, and it's going to be interesting to see who really, truly gets that first initial upper hand.
It's a point of pride. Sometimes wrestlers will purposely wait for the two, only just to get an extra second of energy. When you're kicking out at one, it's because you want to make an absolute point that you are very far away from being put down. There's a lot of fire left inside, and now Chulo Montana tagged in.
And now it is Sexy and Blessed with the excellent tag team wrestling, keeping Tom Mitchell isolated in their corner, staying between him and Trace Parker. Very, very smart tag wrestling here. Mitchell trying to face back, but then a shot to the throat.
These two teams have been rivals for many years in other promotions. Tag down to Y Keys, who says he always is the key to victory. Why? Because he's Y Keys. I gotta be honest, I gotta check the math on that. It feels like it doesn't add up.
That would not carry weight in a court of law, let's put it that way. That logic doesn't quite track, but very impressive. Chula Montana there pulling Mitchell back into the corner. Very, very smart tag team wrestling.
Tag again. It's been tag after tag after tag for Sexy and Blessed.
And just constantly keeping the fresh man in the ring, clearly with the upper hand right now. And a little push to the head there, a little pie face just to show Tom Mitchell who's in control right now.
Another tag, and if Sexy and Blessed do win the tag team titles, it'll be Christmas come early this year. Seems like they are ready to celebrate based on their gear.
And yet another tag into the ring.
Chula Montana up and over, hitting hard across the chest of Tom Mitchell. Mitchell's taken a lot of punishment, but he is a resilient young man. The question is, how much can the body take, even if the mind and heart are willing?
That's always the question, is at what point does it break, and how much more punishment can you take? Mitchell's throwing very simple punches in the midsection, just trying to get some separation, but it's just not working.
Mitchell has been caught in a dangerous corner for a long time, and if he is going to win this match, it's going to be all about crossing the distance and getting the very fresh Trace Parker into the action.
I'm going to say, Jason, I don't think that Tom Mitchell's more than 5 feet from Sexy and Blessed corner for the last 3 or 4 minutes.
Fighting from underneath, not something you often say about an athlete the size of Tom Mitchell, now looking to go through the legs.
Most direct path, but unfortunately gives Waikis a chance to catch him. Beautiful enziguri though for Mitchell. Can he get that last 2 feet to get to the corner and get Trace Parker in this match?
Is that all the energy that Mitchell had? Chula Montana may have been trying to pull Waikis close to the corner, but unintentionally did something even more beneficial.
And Trace Parker gets the tag, but the referee does not see it thanks to Chula Montana's handiwork, and dragged all the way back across the ring, back to just square one for Tom Mitchell.
Tag into Waikis, that wasn't Chula Montana's intention, and now looking for the Eiffel Tower.
This could finish it right here. This could be new tag champions right here, right now in Norfolk, Virginia.
Their favorite missionary maneuver. And Trace Parker has seen enough.
I mean, the only thing he can do there is break up that pin, because I do not think Tom Mitchell's going to kick out of it.
That was going to be new tag team champions, 1, 2, 3. Another tag, and this has been textbook tag team wrestling, cutting off the ring by Sexy and Blessed.
Absolutely, just phenomenal work. Beautiful though, counter there by Tom Mitchell, a boot and an elbow. Can he get enough momentum? Gets the corner, there's the tag to Trace Parker. Trace Parker is a house of fire here, ladies and gentlemen.
His offense is too nice.
Unless you are Waikis or Chula Montana, it's probably not very nice then.
Trace Parker, the freshest man in the ring, but this is effectively a handicap match for at least a moment while Tom Mitchell has to recover.
Beautiful kick there off middle ropes. Waikis sent to the turnbuckles there.
The long-limbed and rangy Waikis showing the agility that is in his arsenal as well.
Chula Montana holding onto the boot there, and then a punch to the side of the face. Not pretty, but very effective.
Sexy and Blessed have been exactly where they've needed to be this entire match, and it's paying dividends. We may be seeing tag team champions change hands. Not quite what they were looking for, but still lands in a powerbomb.
Enough to put Trace Parker down. Tom Mitchell gets to there, breaks it up. I mean, clearly Sexy and Blessed had a plan here, and they have executed it almost flawlessly.
For the first time, it's now 2 against 1 in favor of our tag team champions.
Tom Mitchell rolling through there, lifting Waikis up. And a beautiful move there. Tom Mitchell doesn't see behind him.
But Chula Montana was in place not only to break up the pinfall, but also do some damage on Tom Mitchell.
And Chula Montana, very, very smart there, knowing he could not get across there and break up the pin, but using his opponents to break up the pin instead. Very, very smart move.
All 4 men are down, but it's Chula Montana who seems to be rising to his feet quickest.
I mean, at this point, all 4 men have taken quite a beating in this match.
Only the second defense of the tag team titles for Nice and Smooth. They've defeated the Faculty. But there is a much more storied history between these two teams.
Oh, and Joe Montana catches Tom Mitchell with the kick and did it for Grace Parker. And then Parker gets hit by YPs. It works no matter, regardless how you look at it.
The game plan has been executed extraordinarily well for Sexy and Blessed until that moment.
All it takes is one moment. The super kick. Beautiful German suplex.
You cannot have an unforced error when you are in the ring with a tag team like Nice and Smooth. And now, Tom Mitchell. So smooth, so nice.
Heroes and still VCW Tag Team Champions, Nice and Smooth.
It was a tough road to get here. That was a heck of a battle. But it's Smooth Tom and Too Nice Trace who stand there holding those titles above their heads and back on their waists. Tag team champions defend for a second time.
A phenomenal showing by the tag team champions, clearly ready to take on all comers. And what the future is for them, who knows, but a great title defense, 2 in the books now. And the sky's the limit for these 2 young men.
Not just a champs, but a pair of menches.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, please join me in welcoming the director, Jerry Stefanitsis.
It was one of the most unexpected, one of the most disgusting sights we could have possibly seen at the Liberty Lottery. When long-time former commissioner of this company, George Pantis, maybe the only person who used to be the checks and balances to the unchecked lust for power held by this man, our director, turned his back on everyone and everything he held dear when he joined with Jerry Stefanitsis to attack and betray Brandon Scott. And now being rewarded with the first ever Jerry, that statue very clearly made in a sweatshop. With tariffs, how expensive do you think that thing was? He overpaid.
Now, I don't know if any of you people are cultured enough to ever have been to an awards show before. This is how this is going to work. I'm going to tell some jokes. You're going to laugh. You know what? You don't deserve my jokes. How about that?
Tough crowd for the director.
At the Liberty Lottery, just across the water here at the Portsmouth Pavilion, there was the greatest dramatic moment that's ever existed in sports or entertainment. And your director was the mastermind behind all of it. You're welcome. You're welcome. So tonight I decided to give the first ever, forget about the Oscar, the Jerry Award. He's got a hat. Look at him. This thing cost $10,000.
That was not made in
From the
America.
finest plastic molds in China.
Now, it wouldn't be fair to just give it to the individual I want to give it to. I had to get some nominees together, so let me pull up notes on my phone real quick and see. In the category of most dramatic moment in sports and entertainment, here are the nominees. Orson Welles for A Streetcar Named Desire. Reggie Jackson for the 1977 World Series. Before my time. Are you sure? Oscar the Grouch for I Love Trash. and the favorite, Mr. Pontus, for the 2025 Liberty Lottery.
Gee, I wonder who might win.
And the Jerry goes to Mr. Pontus for the 2025 Liberty Lottery!
It's not really a surprise when the whole award show is advertised as being for George Pontus.
It's also called the Jerry's, so I feel like that there was a voting committee of one.
I don't even think that hat is attached to the statue.
Oh, it's not. Having held the statue, I can verify it is not.
He let you hold his Jerry.
He did, and usually you have to pay extra for that.
Oh my.
I will say,
this is what happens. This is the reward, by the way, for selling out everything and everyone you hold dear. A plastic trinket with a hat.
That's exactly what I was going to say, Jason. George Pontus has completely prostrated himself at the altar, Jerry Stefanitsis, and this is what he gets.
All right, cut the music. Mr. Pontus, can I call you George? Thank you. Thank you. You are to refer to this man from now on as Mr. Pontus. Do you hear me? You don't call him George. That's disrespectful. George, here's your award. I want to explain to you all really quick why this man decided to kick Brandon Scott and his family jewels. You see, he had knee replacement surgery, right, George? You did. Did any of you start a GoFundMe for George? Did any of you offer money from your pocket for Mr. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. But you know who paid for his knee replacement surgery? It was me. My new best friend. Thank you. Spoiler alert, it was me. And George knew that he would have to give me one favor as well, right? Your favor was kicking Brandon Scott and his family jewels, wasn't it? What a well-crafted script we put together, right? That's what directors do. So as far as I consider you and I, we're square. We're good. All done. This is my little debt of gratitude to you. Thank you very much for your help. But there's somebody else in the locker room that actually wants you on their side as well. Someone I've been talking to. Someone who is so impressed with what you did at the Liberty Lottery, he wants to come out here and talk to you right now. Do you want to meet him? Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your favorite and mine, the Greek god, Papadon!
Just when you thought it couldn't get any worse.
We're a couple of euros away from being fully Greek out here. This is not a welcome addition.
Clearly Papadon liked what he saw when he realized that now Mr. Pontus, as we are being instructed to call him, is on the take. The formerly unimpeachable commissioner of this company is now up for grabs to the highest bidder.
And it appears that Papadon is quite interested in that.
Silence! I said silence. Maybe I need to speak a little bit your language, a little silence. Goddamn Hicks. Anyway, the reason I'm out here right now, George, is because I am very, very proud of you. Yes, Mr. Pontus, you've earned my respect. I've known you a long time. And I've been trying to get you to do what is the right thing.
and that's ignore all these so-called wrestling fans and do what's best for business. And I know because you're Greek and I'm Greek, you're a little hard-headed, it takes some time, I understand. But you finally are on the right side of history. And because of that, I want you to manage me. I want you to be in my corner, and I'll tell you why. With my wrestling prowess that's in my DNA and your intellect, what's better than one dominant Greek? Two dominant Greeks! And we can take over VCW. So, File, Desmond, Nay or he? That means yes or no for all you.
Yamena, Yapandisi, the answer is nay. Yes. I am sick and tired for waiting for these fans to say one word of thank you. I don't know where they have been all this time. Pain is an understatement of many. Did they? Try reaching out? No. So it is my honor for us two Greeks to put our minds together and our brawn together. Two Greek gods right here.
Absolutely. So ladies and gentlemen, get used to this, because what you're looking at right here is the future of VCW. Opa!
It's a cultural connection that has found itself here in the ring. Greek god Papadon made the offer. Mr. Pontus has accepted. Not only did Pontus receive the quote-unquote coveted Jerry, but also now returning after an announced retirement to manage the former VCW champion here starting this evening.
Look, Jason, I don't like this, but I can't deny that it is a very, very scary and very dangerous partnership.
It is a smart acquisition by Papadon. As he mentioned, pro wrestling acumen runs in his veins, and now he has got his very own consigliere, his very own wise man by his side. George Pontus knows more about wrestling than almost anyone in this business. Now he will put all of that knowledge on the behalf of Papadon.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, hailing from Long Beach, California, weighing in at 210 pounds, Sunshine Danny Grandview.
The third of 3 debuts here tonight in Norfolk, Virginia. I am Jason Heat, joined alongside by Brandon Metheny. Sunshine Danny Grandview comes from the west side. This is a man for whom life has come easy until this point. Born with a silver spoon, naturally athletic, quite attractive. Everything has come pretty easy to Danny Grandview, and he has assured me pro wrestling will be no different. Why should he feel bad that he was born with a silver spoon when it looked so good in his parfait? His motto is embrace privilege.
Introducing his opponent, hailing from Port Royal, South Carolina, and weighing in at 225 pounds, LDJ!
He is here to drop warheads on foreheads. The task for tonight was to destroy whoever came out of that curtain. and he is looking to compromise Sunshine into a permanent nightfall. LDJ is looking to complete the mission and enjoy a Sigma Stogie in the aftermath.
Norfolk, how we doing? Hey, if y'all want to see LDJ drop a warhead on old Sunshine's forehead, let me get a hell yeah!
Sunshine just took a Sigma Stogie and threw it. Those things are not inexpensive.
I would not have done that to LDJ. I think that's going to make him very angry.
LDJ says he's here to nuke everybody, but in particular tonight, the target is Sunshine Danny Grandview. LDJ, the definition of an independent contractor, not just in the pro wrestling sense, but receives missions that he looks to seek to completion and receives a hefty fee when he does so.
It's probably best we don't speak any more about that because I think that either we or he can get in a lot of trouble for it, and I don't want me to disappear into a black site in the middle of the night.
All we're gonna say is the man is a professional.
Very much so. He has a certain set of skills. And Danny Grandview decided discretion's the better part of valor there, hiding in the ropes, counting on referee Ron Mills, senior official Ron Mills, to protect him there.
Danny Grandview, a man who says he does not ignore his privilege, he embraces his privilege. This man has never had a difficult day in his life, unlike LDJ, who has faced some of the most dangerous situations, face front, eyes forward.
Absolutely. I mean, look, from a physical perspective, these two men are very, very close. Grandview has maybe an inch or so on LDJ. LDJ has a few pounds on him. But in terms of life experience and grit, could not be more different.
Not only life experience, pro wrestling experience, we've watched the evolution of LDJ. Their roll-up. Danny Grandview able to get out, as we said, very naturally athletic. The question is, does he have the skill set to complement the advantages life gave him?
I mean, so far LDJ is running him all over this ring, so we will see.
Have to wonder if LDJ looks at Sunshine Danny Grandview and maybe feels a little bit of extra anger as he drops some warheads on the forehead of Sunshine, because we know LDJ is the former Sigma male, the former head of the frat house. What a difference some hard work and dedication has made for LDJ. Does he look at Sunshine Danny Grandview and see, my misspent youth?
I mean, it's very possible. I think that it's impressive the work that LDJ has done to really find himself or find his craft. But yeah, this has got to bring back some memories. And the question is, does LDJ, have the discipline to get through them? And very smart by Grandview there. Not very classy, but smart.
Poke to the eyes.
And choke across the top rope there. The full force of Grandview's weight on LDJ's throat.
Sunshine looking to cut the vision off for LDJ.
Beautiful double axe handle to the top of the head there. LDJ could be on Dream Street.
He's a young man who loves to have a good time, loves the finer things in life, and now pressing down on LDJ.
Look, Jason, he may love the finer things, but he's showing he can get in there and scrap with the best of them. Not afraid to choke, poke an eye, drop a fist.
This is also the third of 3 debuts. So far, none of our debuts have been successful. If Sunshine Danny Grandview gets the win here, he really sets himself ahead of the rest of the pack of newcomers to VCW.
He really does. I mean, look, VCW's talent scouts are always out there trying to find new people. And then the question is, when you get here, when you get to the big leagues, can you get results? Getting a win in your debut is a great way to do that. In fact, we saw that with Nice and Smooth.
Hard hit there by Sunshine Danny Grandview. Make no mistake, the kid's got some toughness to him. 2 count there for Sunshine.
And very smartly going right back into that rear chin lock, holding on there, trying to cut off the blood flow to the head.
And Sunshine said it's not only about wins and losses for him tonight. Obviously the win is important, but it's also about who he takes home at the end of the evening. So this is a bit of an audition right now for him, not only for the company, but also for our female fans.
I guess he and Chulo are going to be fighting over the female fans here in Norfolk.
A little bit of rivalry, never did anybody wrong in pro wrestling.
No, I never heard anything.
Ow! Knee right to the forehead. Clearly, Sunshine willing to drop a nuke as well.
Absolutely. You got to wonder, could have possibly broken the nose there? Lots of vulnerable things on the front of the head that way. And look, I know you say that Grandview's never had a hard day in his life, but the privilege he has also means he's had access to the best trainers, the best nutritionists, the best strategic minds. He's got all the tools.
Has never wanted for a resource a day in his life.
And we're seeing that with his resilience and his skill in the ring. LDJ back on the front foot now.
And entitlement can certainly breed aggression, as we are seeing here. But LDJ turning things around, scooping it up. And Luke Dukem, as he likes to call himself, about to get wrapped up by Sunshine, Danny Grandview.
And great counter by Grandview on that.
Can't imagine two more different perspectives on life than represented in this match.
Oh, absolutely not. No, you scarcely find two people with different life experiences and really view the world in different ways than these two. But it's successful for both, and that's the thing, Jason. It works for them both.
Yeah, very scary consequences, though, potentially for LDJ if he doesn't get the job done for the boss. By the way, we don't know who that boss is.
I don't want to know. I don't ask questions. Stop bringing it up, Jason. Bad things happen.
He gets an envelope. He gets a target. Tonight, that name was Sunshine.
And so, LDJ, beautiful flapjack there, dropping Sunshine face first into the mat.
LDJ taking a, looking for something, but Sunshine had it scouted.
And now LDJ, nice counter of the neck breaker there into an arm drag. Very impressive. Going for it yet again. There you go. Dropping the leg, dropping Grandview to the mat a second time.
2-for-1 special there. Sunshine now caught up, and LDJ gets the job done.
Here's your winner, LDJ.
Well, Jason, the target's been eliminated. The pay envelope comes through. The next target is out there, LDJ with the win, and a victory stogie to be sure.
A Sigma stogie for LDJ, who has completed the objective. Maybe one night's rest, but tomorrow, a new job. The mission begins again.
The mission never ends, Jason. It just develops, and for now, LDJ can leave tonight proud of the work he has done.
Thanks, can you hear me? Check his pulse. Dude. We need a medic! Medic! Well, anybody got a phone? What happened? What? Just found a call, dude. He came out, he's just laying there. Oh, thanks. Hey, say something. Don't do it too much. Good, check his pulse. Go. Just found it. Yes. Yeah, nobody been around? Nobody. We just came out the door. Nobody was here. He's just laying. Griff. It's yours. Yeah, that's mine. Hey, call a medic, man. Don't you have a phone?
Introducing first, at a total combined weight of 602 pounds, now residing at Mount Vernon, Virginia, the Big AC and the VCW Liberty Champion, Commander King!
This has been announced as a tag team match, but it remains to be seen whether that's actually going to be the case due to a violent attack that happened in our parking lot earlier. We'll get to that in a moment, but first, the arrival of Commander King and the member of his administration returning from injury after 9 months on the shelf, the Big AC. I am Jason Heat, joined by Brandon Metheny. Commander King has proven he doesn't need any backup to get the job done, but he is even more dangerous with his administration by his side. Big AC, the super heavyweight, member of the cabinet, making his return to duty after a 9-month furlough due to injury. I was told that he was not paid during his layoff. That's the kind of commander Commander King is. These men potentially looking at an easy night tonight. They were scheduled to face the Golden Pinky Society, who have been having difficulties, to say the least, but things may have taken quite a turn. They may have escalated to the extreme.
Introducing their opponents. They hail from New York, and Blacksburg, Virginia, respectively, at a combined weight of 525 pounds. The Money Train, Benjamin Banks, and Diamond Victor Griff, the Golden Pinky Society.
Here's what we know. Earlier tonight, Benjamin Banks was found beaten, unconscious, in the parking lot. There were no clues, there were no signs of the attacker except a diamond left on the scene. Now, is that the calling card of Victor Griff officially declaring the end of the Golden Pinky Society, or is this a feint to throw all of us off the trail and leave Victor Griff alone? There are a lot of theories right now, but what is in practice is that it seems that this is not going to be a tag team match, but this is going to be a handicap match with the administration having a 2-on-1 advantage against Diamond Victor Griff.
And Jerry Stephanitis fully unmoved by the plight of Diamond Victor Griff and Benjamin Banks, which is not surprising given how Jerry Stephanitis feels about Benjamin Banks. But I mean, Jason, look, we have to talk about the elephant in the room. Benjamin Banks found unconscious out back with one of Diamond Victor Griff's knee pad covers under his arm.
What's your take?
I mean, look, I want to see things proven beyond a reasonable doubt. I'm a lawyer, but it looks bad. It looks like Benjamin Banks was attacked by his partner, Diamond Victor Griff. Griff came up and swore his innocence, but it looks bad.
Here's the thing, though. Why would Victor Griff put himself in a situation where he now has to wrestle handicap against two absolute behemoths?
Well, I think that's the most compelling argument against it, that this only serves to hurt him. That if he wanted to actually hurt Banks, it makes more sense to do so after the match. So it's made perhaps a little bit too perfect of a setup, but regardless, the bottom line is there's no one in that corner, Jason. It's just Griff.
Nothing perfect right now for Diamond Victor Griff, who ever since losing the tag team titles to the Delinquents over a year ago has been undergoing a crisis of faith that has really led to this fractious relationship with his partner. Or I should say maybe former partner.
Right, I was gonna say that's just saying partner is kind of an assumption there. There has been some real friction there, and a cocky cover by the Big AC. Not gonna win there, but
that's a statement maker. That is about establishing dominance.
That is saying we can win this match anytime we want to.
Which potentially the Big AC and Desmond King can. No one heavier, thicker than the Big AC. You're not going to move this man if he doesn't want it. And pound for pound, the strongest wrestler on the roster may well be Commander King.
Oh yeah, these two men joining up. Commander King hiring the Big AC, part of the administration. A brilliant, brilliant move. Two very dangerous men, especially you put them together.
Victor Griff luring, baiting Big AC in, but it is Commander King who is legal. So even in a win, it's a strategic loss.
Yeah, Commander King really sort of suckering Griff into that, saw it coming, and played it exactly he wanted. And King is fresh as a daisy in that match.
This is going to be the moment that Griff is going to have to capitalize, one only because in order to win this match, Griff is going to have to find a time that either AC or Commander King are completely down and out on the outside. Those are very limited windows as we see right now.
I mean, let's be honest here, Jason. The way Griff wins this match is one big move, a quick 3 count, and get out of dodge. The longer this goes, the odds of his winning drop just precipitously. He cannot win a marathon here. It's got to be a sprint for him.
It's been such an impressive reign as the Liberty champion for Commander King, now choking the life out of Victor Griff. Victor Griff has been injured in the past. He's had a rocky year and a half in terms of physical and mental health. Also, the issues between him and Benjamin Banks, literally saw them working out separately in a gym recently. When Victor Griff came in, Banks just left the room.
Yeah, I mean, the signs are all there. This is not a healthy partnership. You got to wonder if it's just because of the success the Golden Piggy Society named, the opportunities that affords them, if that's the reason they're still together. Because otherwise, there's no partnership. There's no friendship there. It's just business and barely that.
Face wash by Commander King and Victor Griff in a very, very bad way. Nowhere to go, no one to turn to.
Incredible strength by Commander King there. The incredible core and hip strength.
2 only, but it is only a matter of time because Benjamin Banks, at this moment, not cleared medically to compete.
Benjamin Banks, I think, was taken to a hospital. I don't think he's conscious. I mean, he was out cold, completely. Like, I mean, he could have a concussion, could have it bleeding in the brain. You never know what could be in a situation like that where someone's just unconscious. He cannot compete in this match.
Victor Griff being muscled into the opponent's corner. Big AC, we like to say, an 18-wheeler with 5 Ferrari engines inside. This guy can go. Griff gets that shoulder up, but it is just chipping away at this point.
At some point, Jason, does Griff just say enough and just like, why keep kicking out? What are you getting out of this except just getting hurt more and more, getting attacked more and more? Just let the match end.
Pride, showing that you can do it. If this was an attack perpetrated by someone else, Griff wants to show that he wasn't the perpetrator. And if this was done by Griff, he wants to show potentially that he doesn't need Benjamin Banks. Maybe this is pride going before a very large fall, covered there by the big AC, and so close.
As I talk about a fall, it's a near fall there. And you'd be right. I mean, if he can win this match on his own, that is a tremendous feather in his cap. Certainly would think would put Griff in line for a Liberty Championship.
Well, you could say that 100% that Griff doesn't need Benjamin Banks if he's able to defeat not only Big AC, but the Liberty champion, and now pinkies up by the administration.
I mean, look, Jason, you said Griff's having a bit of a crisis of confidence. If he can win this match on his own, the crisis is over. He knows he can do it.
Covered by Commander King. Griff continuing. But not to kick out with authority, but to get it done.
Yeah, that seems light years away. It seems miles away. I don't see how he could possibly win this match.
My God, Commander King nearly twisted Victor Griff in half in mid-air, and still the diamond shines brightly, and Benjamin Banks is crawling through the entrance.
And our officials trying to stop Banks. I don't think he's cleared.
Regardless of whether or not he is technically cleared, Benjamin Banks is in no condition to compete. It's against his best self-interest, and one has to wonder, would he really be coming out here if Victor Griff was the attacker, or does Banks not know what happened?
I mean, Banks was attacked from behind.
We're going to get some words right now.
It's a done deal. He just squashed him.
You might want to look back at the ring there.
Commander King, you might want to turn around because things have changed.
Yeah, Diamond Griff rolled out of the way, going for a big Vader bomb there by Big AC, misses. And now Benjamin Banks dragging himself up to the apron. I mean, I can't imagine that he's possibly in any shape. He's not even in his wrestling attire.
Gotta wonder if this is any better for Victor Griff, or what Griff's reaction is going to be to see Banks.
I mean, at this point, he's an oasis. He is a light in the darkness. That's all that matters right now.
But is it a happy surprise, or does it mean the handiwork wasn't done well enough?
I mean, Griff got out of the match. Banks now throwing clotheslines, back elbows. I don't know where he is getting this from. He was unconscious in the back earlier, folks.
This man was battered, beaten, and brutalized. This is how badly Benjamin Banks loves to fight.
You see him grabbing that back, though, Jason. He's in a bad way.
The mind is willing, the heart's on fire, but the body can be weak.
He is just, I mean, that enough may have been enough to turn the tables.
And now a slugfest here between two very heavy hitters.
But it's hard to imagine that Banks is going to win this after the injuries he suffered earlier.
And for the second time, the back gives out.
The strength's just not there. Commander King sees his opening.
The Tank looking to charge.
A huge lariat, putting him down.
The Army runs through and takes out the money train.
Here are your winners, the BAC and Commander King.
What a return to action for the big AC, who looks as indomitable as ever. And of course, a huge win, literally, for Commander King. But the real story here is the valiant fight by Benjamin Banks and the mystery as to whether or not the Golden Pinky Society can continue with this cloud of speculation over the attack.
And I'll tell you, Jason, I don't think we have any answers. We don't know. Benjamin Banks dragging himself out here, trying to help his partner, trying to win the match, but we still don't know what happened, and Banks really should go get looked at. He really should go get checked out because he's in a bad way right now. Diamond Victor Griff, I give him all the credit in the world, a courageous effort, but this one was just never going to go their way.
Regardless of who the attacker was, whether it was or was not Diamond Victor Griff, damage has been done to the foundation of the Golden Pinky Society, and these fractures may be too deep to overcome. Now Victor Griff rising. But is it to assist his longtime friend?
Or is it to finish the job?
It's going to be one or the other. Of course, Victor Griff may not be in any position to finish the job himself. And it seems like Victor Griff is looking to lift up his partner. Maybe rumors of the demise of the Golden Pinky Society were far too soon.
Sometimes we are drawn closer together through strife, and Banks not accepting it from Griff. Clearly Banks has some doubts of his own.
Or a lot of frustrations in the Liberty Lottery. Banks feels like Griff purposely cost him that match. And of course, Diamond Victor Griff refused to go on the record saying that if he won the Liberty Lottery, he would share that.
Wow. Banks just flatly accusing Griff of attacking him. I'm not sure you can unring that bell, Jason.
There was only one eyewitness, and his name was Benjamin Banks. In the absence of any other information, we got to take that for what it's worth. That is eyewitness testimony.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have just seen the end of the Golden Pinky Society.
But why did Banks come to help?
More questions than answers remain.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, accompanied to the ring by Mr. Pontus. He hails from Corinthos, Greece, and weighing at 237 pounds, the Greek god Papadon.
VCW coming to you from Norfolk, Virginia. I am Jace Neat alongside Brandon Metheny. earlier tonight, we saw the alliance between these two kinsmen, these two countrymen. The Greek god Papadon and his consigliere, his wise man, Mr. Pontus, the former commissioner of this company, who has betrayed everything we felt, that we thought Pontus held dear by aligning with his nemesis of 2 decades, Jerry Stefanitsis. Papadon, a former Liberty champion, a former VCW heavyweight champion, and the winner of the 2025 Liberty Lottery, which entitles Papadon to a title shot at his discretion. Whichever title he wants, whenever he wants.
Introducing his opponent, hailing from high above the clouds, weighing in at 175 pounds, the heaven-sent kid, Alex Divine!
It was Myron Malone who Papadon last bested in that Liberty Lottery match to win the whole thing. Myron Malone, the former tag team champion, alongside this man, making his return from injury and his return to VCW after nearly a year-long absence, the heaven-sent kid, Alex Divine, on a night filled with debuts, arrivals, and returns. Alex Divine, one of the most exciting members of the roster, comes back not only to reestablish himself in VCW, but potentially to right the wrongs of his tag team partner and friend, Myron Malone. Papadon, as is his wont, having some problems.
Introducing the greatest wrestler of all time, the 2025 Liberty Lottery winner, the future of VCW, the Greek God, Papadon!
Now maybe you should try a protein shake. You can get some muscles on that little girly frame of yours. But before I whoop your hero's ass, the question everyone's wants answered is, which championship am I going to go for? Because I single-handedly devoured the competition and won the Liberty Lottery. So, I will not tell each and every one of you peasants and simpletons which championship I'm going for, because I will do it when I, the Alpha and Omega, is good and ready. But I will give you guys some crumbs, if you will. If your hero right here, by the sheer miracle tonight, pulls off a victory, I will tell you after the match which championship I will go after this year.
Kind of seems like a way to steal the spotlight from Alex Divine if he wins. Heaven-sent kid, the highest flyer, amazing acrobatics, exceptional balance. Papadon, 20 years of experience here in professional wrestling. The sport of wrestling runs through his blood, and now he has the wise words of Mr. Pontus in his corner. A battle between an angel and a god. Certainly we hope that this goes a little bit better for our heaven-sent kid than the last time an angel declared war with a deity.
I did not enjoy that experience. Papadon is a bully and frightening, and I did not like that.
Crowd looking to get into the head of Papadon, chanting for his least favorite food, carbs.
I mean, it appears they have at least partially successfully done so.
The Achilles heel of Papadon is his temper. Very cerebral wrestler. You can see he's adjusted his look. Told me he is looking to go back to his roots.
And that's just humiliating. That doesn't hurt, it doesn't really do anything, it just embarrasses Alex Divine and tries to get into his head.
Looking to prove that he can out-wrestle Alex Divine. Outsizes the young man, but no one has the heart of Alex Divine.
No, and if Alex Divine can build up ahead of steam and get some momentum going, get some speed built up, then he's hard to beat. Papadon is very smart here to do things like that side headlock, keep Divine close, and make sure he can't get that speed momentum going.
Divine does have very high-profile singles wins over competitors like Logan Easton LaRoe, himself a former VCW heavyweight champion, so this is not a mismatch on paper. Papadon could very well be in danger, though the Greek god is riding all the momentum in the company as the winner of the 2025 Liberty Lottery.
I mean, that is the golden ticket VCW. You can get a championship match against any champion at any time, period. And Papadon, especially with Mr. Pantis by his side, you've got to believe he's going to find the optimal moment to get that championship match and become VCW champion one more time.
While Alex Divine is known for his ability to smile in the face of danger, he is returning after a long layoff to the company and a neck injury. You know that the Greek god Papadon very aware of all of his opponent's strengths and weaknesses, especially now that he's got the counsel of Mr. Pontus.
Well, and also, Jason, anytime you come back from any injury, especially when a series is a neck injury, it's got to be in the back of your mind. It's got to be there. You're worried it's going to happen again. You're worried it's going to get hurt. And you got to wonder if that's going to affect Alex's match. So far, he is flying around the best of them.
Alex is flying around fantastically. But you saw with those shoulder tackles, they seem to really rock Divine. That's a lot of impact on the neck. And now it's Divine riding Greek god Papadon, headlock takeover. It's almost like we've seen this before.
Yeah, Divine showing he can do exactly what Papadon can do as well.
But there are things, and this is not to take away from Papadon, there are things that Alex Divine can do that Papadon absolutely can't. The ability on those ropes is unmatched by anyone in this company, and I think we're about to see it right here.
Oh, and there's the ring generalship, the experience of Papadon using the apron as his ally, saw it coming, beautiful counter, and just like that, Papadon back in control.
No disqualification there because it is an actual part of the ring architecture, and now...
Oh, that thud.
Papadon with the suplex on the floor to the outside, so painful, no give on this floor.
No, not at all, and again, rattling the back, rattling the neck of Divine. You gotta wonder what shape he's in. And Papadon very smartly, not even going for a cover, just laying in those shots to the head of Alex Divine.
Looking to completely incapacitate Alex Divine. Keeps calling Divine your hero. Clearly resentful that this crowd has cast Papadon as our respective antagonist in the story of VCW. Everyone considers themselves the hero of their own story. It's just crazy that even Papadon can think that about himself when he looks in the mirror.
Absolutely. Papadon may say that he doesn't care what the fans think, he doesn't care about what they say about him, but obviously he does. Like you said, everyone wants to be the hero, and it drives him crazy. This could be it, though.
Two there. Papadon would love not to care about what other people think of him, because that does become, as we mentioned, his Achilles heel, but now just stomping right into the base of the skull and the neck of Alex Divine.
And now just grinding his boot in the same area. I mean, clearly, as you said before, Jason, Papadon did his homework. He knows about that injury and is trying to exploit it.
Papadon has scouted, and now it's up to Alex Divine to play defense in order to get some space, sticking with offense, but Papadon is staying in nice and tight.
Yeah, Alex Divine was doing well there, but when he stopped moving, Papadon was able to capitalize on it.
Every time Papadon rocks the back, and now great cover there.
And a devastating basement clothesline there.
Looking for a submission, now trying to wrench maybe the arm, definitely the neck of the Heaven Sent Kid. How much of this is also projection by Papadon towards Myron Malone, who came so close, a hair's breadth away from defeating Papadon at the Liberty Lottery?
I am certain Papadon would insist he has not fought a second on Myron Malone since he won the Liberty Lottery. I don't believe it, but I'm sure that's what he would say.
Papadon insists a lot of things. He's a fantastic wrestler. He's a former champion. He's one of the top professional wrestlers in this company, but he's also a noted hypocrite.
100%, and he's also a noted hothead, as you said earlier. And
a blowhard.
Yeah, well, and right there, we just saw him look over his shoulder instead of laying another shot to Alex Divine. He allows this crowd to get in his head, and that is his biggest weakness. His, if you'll pardon the pun, Achilles heel.
Right now, Papadon looking to once again reach Mount Olympus by becoming champion. He has said he will not let us know what title he is going to go after, but one has to assume it's going to be. Wait!
Beautiful counter!
Alex Divine using himself almost as a fulcrum.
Oh, but then Papadon using his momentum against him, throwing him into that middle turnbuckle. Divine a little loopy on his feet right now.
That rally was short-lived, and the European uppercut right into the chest of Alex Divine. Perfect positioning, and while Divine does get free, did you see how Papadon hooked his arm through Divine's legs to capture him in that cover?
Absolutely. Look, Papadon is a great technician, especially in those holds and grips and things like that. He is a technician. He knows what he's doing, and that sort of thing is his bread and butter. And right now trying to finish off Alex Divine with a pile driver.
The In God I Trust pile driver. The only thing maybe that Papadon does trust, but Alex Divine grabs the legs, almost takes the victory. That's how quickly Alex Divine could be able to turn this around. Flash pin right there.
And a kick to the midsection, cutting off Divine's momentum.
Papadon wants to keep this pace methodical, wants to grind Alex Divine into dust, just like he is grinding that forearm across the face of Alex Divine. That's going to bring out a lot of fluid.
Absolutely, that makes the eyes tear, it makes the nose run, it makes it harder to compete at a high level. It's like as athletic as professional wrestling.
It's deeply distracting for any athlete to have to fight through, and now Papadon wearing Divine out, wrenching on that neck, maybe unlikely to get the win with this, but continuing to weaken Divine's already injured neck.
Yeah, look, it's not dramatic, it's not flashy, but it's effective. It is slowly but surely draining whatever Divine had left.
Alex Divine lives and dies on momentum. And right now, Papadon has not allowed Alex to build any.
Divine lands on his feet. Can he find that second wind right here?
Alex Divine now looking maybe to match strike for strike with Papadon. Is that smart or is that pride?
I mean, if he needs to keep moving. He needs to not wait. He needs to just stick and move, stick and move. Beautiful enziguri there.
Papadon looks rocked.
I think caught him more in the upper back than in the back of the head. Not a smart move by Divine there. Power is not his game, especially someone like Papadon.
Eyes bigger than his stomach in this moment. The neck and the back not able to handle the strain.
Divine flips over again, grabbing that back though.
Divine intervention, center of the ring. Alex Divine incredibly close to a huge win.
And I will give Papadon credit there. Fighting the way to kick out of that maneuver, digging deep, very, very impressive. Alex Divine really needs to press the advantage. He was very close to winning and needs to stay on him.
What a return by Alex Divine. How much sweeter would it be to avenge his partner's loss and also achieve another victory over a VCW champion?
Divine in a very, very dangerous position right now.
Looking to drive Alex Divine right on that head and neck. This could be the end. Devastating situation for Alex Divine.
Divine is limp.
Papadon with the cover. And he is in shock.
I can't believe Alex Divine is conscious, let alone he kicked out of that.
Papadon made sure to keep his feet in between Divine and the ropes, feeling like the only way Alex Divine could get out of that was a rope break, and instead, Alex Divine kicks out, possibly because Papadon went for that back cover. It was strategic, feeling like there was no way he could kick out. They accidentally have left Divine the opening.
I mean, it was clearly just enough. It was a game of inches in there, and now is where we see, can Papadon stay on it, or is he gonna let that frustration get to him?
I think we left inches behind. I think we're down to centimeters at this point. We're doing the metric system, and now, jackknife! Jackknife!
I mean, very nearly catching Papadon asleep with the switch there.
It's been the story of this match. Alex Divine pulling something out at the last instant, and now wrestling to try and get control.
I mean, both men are so sweaty right now.
Crown of thorns upon his liar's head. Alex Divine going up top, maybe looking for that Divine right 450.
Mr. Pontus, what is he doing?
Pontus, Divine right!
Oh,
hits it perfectly.
Get the cover, kid. Become a legend.
And Pontus putting
I mean, very obvious interference by Mr. Pontus there.
This has got to be addressed. Pontus, at the very least, needs to be ejected. Potentially, this whole match thrown out.
I mean, you've got to believe this is fear of Mr. Stefanitsis that's keeping him from getting thrown out there. Alex Divine, though, had the match won. He needs to get back in there and try to win this match
You saying
again.
that Pontus is politically protected? Because the referee did not feel like he could actually address the situation.
That sure is what it seems like. Oh, a beautiful counter there by Papadon, and shots the back of the head.
European uppercut to that neck. Decapitation level event.
And it's just a matter of rolling him over now.
All thanks to George Pontus, who is flagrantly showcasing his power. In God we trust.
And that's gotta be it. I mean, that's one of the most devastating moves in wrestling history for a reason.
And when a god wrestles an angel, it turns out it's hard to defeat a deity.
Here is your winner, the Green God, Papadon.
The heaven-sent kid, Alex Divine, looked astonishingly good in his return, hitting that Divine right 450, but George Pontus, the former commissioner, the former moral center of this company, showing just how far he has fallen. You want to talk about a fallen angel?
I mean, the Pontus.
Now, Papadon continuing to decimate Alex Divine. This is uncalled for, unnecessary.
He won the match. He shouldn't have won the match, and now he is just abusing Alex Divine. And now George Pontus throwing him a kendo stick. This is entirely uncalled for.
And here's the center of attention. The former tag team champion, friend and partner of Alex Divine.
And Papadon, just escaped some justice there.
Myron Malone was swinging for the fences, and Papadon is fortunate he got out of there. Myron Malone calling for a microphone. We're going to hear from the spotlight.
Papadon. Hey, I got the microphone, so how about you silence, you big, goofy, baldy? Now, this was the time that Papadon was going to come and tell us who he's going to cash in his lottery against. But in the words of all of these lovely people here, we don't care. Actually, the only reason why he even got the title shot is because of and I'll be honest, I slipped.
Yep.
I slipped. It's okay, because I can take a loss, because I always bounce back.
You shit your pants when you punched me in the face and realized you couldn't hang.
Hey, instead of talking, I want you to listen. If you were a real Greek god like you said you were, you'd grow some balls and you put that championship line on the line against me. And you can nod your head and do whatever. I don't really care what you think. I care what they think. Hey, what do you guys think? Should I fight Papadon like sometime next year? What do y'all think? You're right. My bad. That's way too long. What about next month? Next month, we're in Alexandria. Should I do that? Well, Papadon, the people have spoken. So why don't you get your little leader Caesars, raise a piece of looking eyes in this ring so we can do this right now.
The challenge has been laid down. Myron Malone wants to wrestle Papadon with the guaranteed shot for any title on the
Get
line.
off me out here right now. I fear no man, especially one who looks like a crackhead Whoopi Goldberg. Get off me out here right now. I'm not scared of him. I'm not scared of his boyfriend. I'm not scared of any of these people here. You want a piece of greatness? You want a piece of Alpha and Omega? Get a referee. Get in the ring. Get in the ring. Get in the ring right now, ref. Hey, when I kill him, it's all on you, not on me. You understand, people? All right, you ready? I said, are you ready? Are you ready? Too bad. Buy a ticket at another event. I only get paid to wrestle once.
It almost seemed like Papadon was going to take the bait, but instead, too smart to fall into a trap. If Myron Malone is going to get his match with Papadon and potentially a shot at that guaranteed title opportunity currently held by Papadon, it's not going to be tonight, and it's going to take quite a case to be made. It is a huge main event, literally and metaphorically. The entire roster coming out to surround the ring, acting as lumberjacks. Their job will be to keep the competitors inside, nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. Sexy and blessed are here, God help us all. I'm Jason Heat, alongside Brandon Metheny. The VCW Heavyweight Championship will be decided between two absolute titans of the squared circle. And now making his entrance, it's the total porkage, the enormity of execution, Pig Daddy Cool, it's Boar! The former VCW champion has been chasing the title ever since the moment he lost it. And finally, it may well be within his grasp. The former champion, Devontes, is not in the building. It's one-on-one, Rex Lawless and the Boar. It was a titanic three-way. at the Liberty Lottery. Possibly the biggest main event we could offer, as Devontae's defended his title against both the Boar and Rex Lawless. And while Devontae's fell to the heavy metal Monstar, the Boar was neither pinned nor submitted in that match, earning himself a one-on-one opportunity against the brand new champion. This will be the first defense for Rex Lawless in his first reign as VCW champion. The pectoral Poseidon, a man who could crush a human skull with his bare hands, pop a watermelon between those thighs, pecs like the Goodyear blimp, and abs so firm you could grate cheese on them. We're gonna take it now to the introductions by Brandon Metheny.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for our main event of the evening, a Lumberjack match for the VCW Virginia Championship. Introducing first, the challenger, standing to my right. He stands 6 feet 4 inches tall and weighing at 265 pounds, the Boar! And his opponent, standing to my left, he hails from Long Island, New York, and weighing at 275 pounds. He is the reigning and defending VCW Virginia Heavyweight Champion. He is the pectoral Poseidon, the heavy metal Monstar, the self-proclaimed main attraction, Rex Lawless!
There's a colossal mass of humanity here in this main event. So many men surround this ring. A lot of personalities, a lot of very combustible elements, but no more so than the two in the ring. For years, the Boar was the undisputed big man of VCW. He was the biggest, he was the strongest. But there's no denying that now Rex Lawless holds those crowns. The question is, can the Boar fight from a relative underneath? The Boar may well be the bigger, better wrestler, but he's a proud man. Is he going to be willing to change his tactics in order to win this title back?
Well, I mean, also, Jason, for the first time in history, we have obstructed view seats because of all of these huge bodies here at ringside, because of all of the conflict these two men have had, the chaos that's been created by the two of them in the ring. VCW management felt like it was best to have these Lumberjacks out here. So far, they're keeping it in the ring, but you know, this could break down any second.
Rex was looking for that choke bomb, and now...
Look, Lawless is happy to go to take this thing home early.
Lawless was looking for that biggest boot, but now Boar in the corner, setting his sights on Rex Lawless. One gore, and we're gonna see a championship change hands.
Yeah, Lawless slides the outside. Now it's time for the Lumberjacks to do their job. I know he's big and scary, but you all gotta get him back in that ring.
There's only one responsibility of these Lumberjacks. That's to keep these men inside the ring. There's no timeouts in pro wrestling, and Rex Lawless being manhandled by 6 or 7 members of the roster.
I think he expected to intimidate them, and he was mistaken there. And now Boar firmly in control. Beautiful side slam. Into the cover.
Boar going for first blood, only one individually. Any member of our roster would absolutely be intimidated by the heavy metal Monstar, but in this case, numbers advantage for all the men on the outside, and Papadon reaching for the Boar.
I mean, a lot of history between these two men, and a big boot to the side of Papadon, insisting that Boar is outside of the ring. I think that's a perhaps
Letter
overly
of the law, if not the spirit, and now Boar just hit his head crack on the ring bell, and it's like a pack of wolves.
I say, these Lumberjacks have no intention of throwing him back to the ring. They're just ripping him to shreds out here.
This is not the purpose of the Lumberjacks, and there's no surprise which members of the roster are the ones who are doing this.
Hang on, Jason, look, we're having some conflict out here as well. Papadon clearly thinks that he is in control, that he's the leader of the Lumberjacks out here.
Unsurprising that there are a lot of egos out here.
I mean, Boar's in a terrible way. He just got attacked by some of the largest, most powerful men in this company. And now he's in the ring. Beautiful cannonball in the corner by Rex Lawless.
It's absolutely insane. Lawless can do that. Grabs the leg. Boar gets the shoulder up. How can someone the size of Rex Lawless throw himself overboard like that?
I have no idea. Let's be honest, Jason. Both of these men could beat almost anyone in this company with one big move. That's how big and powerful they are.
Boar has defeated nearly the entire roster en route to becoming heavyweight champion the first time. And Boar thought maybe this would be the chance for him to have that one-on-one match. No excuses, no interference, but instead, with people like Commander King or Papadon on the outside, how could this possibly be a match without any kind of outside interference?
Yeah, I understand what the Board of Governors was going for here, but this is just not working that way, with Boar clearly on the short end of the stick by this. Could be it right here.
Rex Lawless inching closer to victory, and as Boar gets up, throws an elbow into Lawless, almost more just to make a point than actually to do damage.
I mean, Boar needs to find an opening somewhere, and he needs to do so soon.
Big hits by the big Boar. You can hear the crowd, very much a sentimental favorite in this match.
Lawless is still firmly in control, though. The power he has. And now the Lumberjacks in front of us are cheering for Lawless.
Rex literally flexing his pecs to the beat. He has muscles that I don't think exist in my body.
I concur with that, for myself, not for you.
For both of us.
For both of us, yes. And here goes
Boar
Boar outside
back in
again.
a bad part of town.
Again!
Swarming like piranhas. This isn't the purpose.
This is not what's supposed to happen. Referee Brandon Walker needs to get
Commander
control
King, you're
here.
supposed to throw him in the ring.
What is happening?
We are-
Oh! Now they're keeping him on the outside. This is not justice. This is not right. The other Lumberjacks need to come help. This is ridiculous.
This is absolutely...
And look, Rex Lawless, the big grin on his face in the ring.
This is a trap. This is a mugging. We need other members of the roster to at least try and even the
Come
odds.
on, get over here now. And now Lawless going right for a cover. Why wouldn't he?
Rex
Somehow,
Lawless gets two, and this is turning into a production of West Side Story.
somehow Boar kicks out there. I don't know how.
Sharks and Jets.
I mean, Lawless perfectly happy to pick the bones there. Why wouldn't he?
Boar has been decimated. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 men who are all putting boots to the Boar right here on the outside. A second cannonball.
And Lawless just, I mean, firmly in control at this point. Boar fighting an 11-on-1 match functionally.
Rex Lawless looking to hit that biggest boot. He does. Size 17 right to the snout.
If it wasn't for the ropes, Boar would be on his back right now.
Honestly,
And again.
Boar is still in better shape staying in the ring, though. He's in more danger on the outside.
At least he only, you're right, he at least he only has one opponent in the ring.
Inside, it's 1-on-1. Outside, it's 10-on-1.
Oh, look at that. Lawless got his knee on the top rope. You can tear ligaments to that knee. They are very fragile, very easy to damage. He may have hurt the back of his leg there. Lots of damage going on.
Very wisely, Boar immediately went to the opposing corner where there's maybe no love lost between himself and the men on the outside like Myron, Malone, and LDJ, but at least there's not active enmity.
Both men down now. Impressive that Boar has managed to keep this as close as he has.
We are going to determine once and for all very clearly who the top dog who the biggest man on campus is in VCW. Is it the Boar, the franchise player, the QB, or is it now the main attraction? Thanks for the house, Rex Lawless.
Which Rex Lawless is very happy to remind all of us that he is the reason we all have jobs. But Lawless is earning
Rex
plaudits.
Lawless right now is earning his rider. I don't know if you know this. Literally, someone backstage has to pick out every single yellow M&M in the bowl.
I was aware of that, yes, because I had to sign off on that rider, unfortunately.
They both are striking each other, but Boar only just now getting to his feet. Boar has taken so much more punishment, not necessarily from Lawless, but from the men on the outside.
I mean, it's amazing. These shots that would put most men down for days are barely staggering their opponents. It's incredible to see.
Hard hits from two solid strikers, and now Boar using those long legs, and once again going for the Olympic slam.
Boar digging deep in the playbook for that one.
Setting up for the gore, but once again, Nick notes Papadon on the outside right by Boar. I see you, I see you.
Boar with the splash in the corner. Beautiful back body drop. Suddenly Boar in control, and in a much more friendly corner, could be going for the Boar here, win the championship.
No, this time, once again, Boar gonna go to the top, likes to hit that elbow drop.
I'm not sure this is a great move, Jason. I may have gone for the Boar and just won the title here.
Well, this is when things fell apart for Boar earlier, when Papadon grabbed the leg. No one doing so on that side of the street. Elbow drop connects, the
center of the
excellence of
ring.
enormity.
And Lawless somehow kicks out there
Boar
at the last second.
Nearly striking a blow through the heart of the heavy metal Monstar. No one wants to lose the title in their very first defense.
You know, that's a reputation that will follow you forever. It's nothing you ever want to do. But you couldn't get a much tougher competitor than the Boar.
Referee being thrown in the middle of the fray and a poke to the eyes.
Oh, Lawless now lining up for that kick again, and maybe.
Shot right to the heart of the Boar, and still cannot get the job done. Big Daddy Cool continues to fight.
Look, Boar is not just strong, he's one of the toughest men in this company, and proving it right now. Falcon Arrow.
And Boar gets the leg out.
Just barely. Boar showing his resilience, showing why he is the QB of VCW.
Not just the QB, QB1, and he's not looking for anyone to take his spot on the team. Boar is not someone who wants to ride the bench. He wants to be first and foremost on the posters, on the media calls, representing this company as champion.
Lawless going for that choke bomb again. Boar trying to fight it off. Successfully does so.
Boar almost looking for what seemed to be a cutter.
Lawless using that power.
Trying to get some speed, trying to get some momentum, and instead, gentrification, shades of Logan, Easton, LaRoe. So close.
2 and 9/10, so close.
That was the move of the man. Boar defeated to become champion the first time.
But Boar is a student of the game. He picks it up for everyone he's in the ring with. That close to becoming champion again. Boar needs to stay on Lawless. Lawless on the outside. The Lumberjacks need to get there and get him.
Well, Lawless very wisely staying on the apron, realizing the second his feet touch the floor, he's fair game.
Oh, hang on, we got a big boot coming back into the ring. We got a scrap on the outside with the Lumberjacks
More than a scrap, we got a brawl. We got a gang war happening on the outside, and the spear into the entire locker room.
I don't, is Lawless okay? Is Boar, is anyone okay in that pileup?
Only Danny Grandview and LDJ left standing as the Gore threw the ropes.
And I just want to say, sorry to cut you off, Jason. Grandview LDJ renewing hostilities out there. Myron Malone going right after Papadon.
Myron Malone has found his foe at his Alex Divine.
It's chaos. Sorry, partner, it's chaos out here.
It's a complete total brawl. This is no longer a lumberjack match. This is barely a match at all, if it even is one.
It's just chaos.
now Boar, spine first into the ring post.
Let's say our actual competitors here fighting around the ring.
But surprisingly, this is actually to the benefit of Boar. Now that all these men are distracted, maybe finally, Big Daddy Cool will have the one-on-one match he has wanted.
Chokeslam, this could be it.
We're gonna get a new champion.
Oh, I would go for the pin right now. He should go for the pin. I know what he's doing.
The Boar setting up for that gore, and Papadon in the corner again, grabbing the leg. Why is Papadon making it his business to intercede in this match? Clothesline by the Monstar.
Papadon costing Boar, I think, pretty clearly the championship there. And that
choke bomb! Rex Lawless is going to retain, and it's Papadon to blame.
Here is your winner, and still VCW Virginia champion, Rex Lawless.
Papadon making certain to be the one to hand the referee the belt, orchestrating events in his favor, and clearly deciding that he would prefer Rex Lawless be the man with the gold and not the Boar.
Obviously, Papadon with a master plan here. I think it's very, very obvious, Jason. Without Papadon's interference, we have a new champion tonight.
Boar has had every opportunity stymied. Every step forward has turned into 2 steps back, and you have to wonder what it will take for him to get another opportunity at the title.
Yeah, Jason, I wanted the same thing, but if anyone could do it, it's the Boar, one of the greatest athletes here in VCW. Questions about the future, but I still believe he could do it.
The desolation is clear underneath the mask. There's no guaranteed title shot at this point. Boar bet everything on this match, and I have no idea if or when he'll ever be afforded the opportunity to wrestle for this title again. A heartbreaking moment for a man who has spent the last year and a half just trying to regain what never should have been taken from him in the first place.
Truly an injustice. Papadon involved, and just stopping what should have been a great moment here in VCW. I believe Boar will get back to the mountaintop, but he's got a long way to go now.
The uncrowned champion, the man who lost courtesy of interference, this time by Papadon, first by Jerry Stefanitsis. And it is going to be a long, long road wherever it takes the Boar and all the rest of us here in VCW. Your champion remains Rex Lawless. One first successful title defense for Brandon Metheny. I am Jason Heat. Next, we will see you in Fredericksburg, Virginia. Thank you so much.